Welcome back, everybody. Once again, I'm TheFish, and I'm here to bring you guys another StarCraft 2 cast. Now today, I've got another really cool Korean matchup from the TSL 4. Spawning in the bottom left on Cloud Kingdom is going to be Startale Parting. And spawning in the top right is the red Zerg is going to be FXO's Lucky. So two really good players again. And this is from the qualifiers. Players who qualify from each region will go on to play in TSL 4. So it's a really interesting, high-stakes game here. Now the map's going to be Cloud Kingdom, and of course on this map you have a reasonably manageable choke for Protoss, so they like to do fast expansions, forge fast expansions. And there's some nice overlord spots, so that means that the advantage Zergs kind of have is that they don't really need to drone scout on this map. They can kind of elect to just forego drone scouting altogether. So Parting's going to be coming in here with his early scouting probe. What's going on? Am I going to see any early pools? He's going to be checking for that pool. He's not going to see it. He's not going to see any early gas going down. So he's probably going to be assuming, well, you know, you're going to be going for that expansion. And if I were Parting, I would probably throw down my Nexus on 17. I'll have to see if he throws down the Forge first. I know a lot of Korean players always go with the Forge first. We'll have to see what he decides to do. Spawning pool now coming down at 15 for FXO Lucky. And Parting wants to delay this hatchery as much as possible, assuming that the hatchery is going to be coming down. Parting, what are you going to throw down? Is it going to be the Forge or the Nexus? Yeah, he is going to go Nexus first. I think that's a smart choice. And he's just waiting for this hatchery to come down. And here's something that you can do if you're a Protoss player. You can actually try and just deny this hatchery as long as possible. You don't have to throw down a pylon here. You don't have to do anything like that, especially if your opponent has not thrown the hatchery down yet. Then you know that he's got a pool out. So throwing down a pylon is only going to force him to make a couple of Zerglings. And, well, it's not going to really benefit you all that much, but it is going to force him to make 4 Zerglings. So we'll have to see if he tries to cancel this, and now they're going to try and do it again here. Lucky really wants to get a hatchery down as he's now floating about 400 minerals, and it's not something you ever want to do. So he wants to throw down his 3rd hatchery. So you see these kind of this dance going on, and wow, another pylon to block. I wonder if Lucky's he's kind of like, hey man, come on, let's play fair. Actually, I'm not sure how I feel about this, but it is really delaying Lucky. You see, he's got 600 minerals, so he's gonna throw this down. He's gonna send these 4 Zerglings, 6 Zerglings now actually, to get rid of the other pylon. But that is gonna also delay Parting, although his Nexus is finished. His gateway is only now just starting at 4.5 minutes, so you can see how this kind of works itself out. On this map, I think Protoss is a little bit favored, at least up until the first couple bases. A lot of the times what it comes down to is you'll see Protoss get onto 3 bases. Zerg will take this expansion and he'll put a wall of spine crawlers here, and then it will come down to basically the push by the Protoss off 3 bases close to maxed out with Colossi and Blinkstalkers into this location. And can the Zerg keep his 4th and 3rd bases alive while he tries to get out Broodlords? So Lucky running in, 3 of his Zerglings managed to get in, but 3 of them did die. So Lucky is going to do some harassment here. Oh, nice move by Parting. He does pull his probes there, but he doesn't lose any, and this is just going to be annoying. In the lower leagues, it's really easy to use a few Zerglings running around in your opponent's main to do some economic damage by forcing them to pull probes and do things like that. But Lucky, I don't think Parting's going to really go to slip up too much based on this. You can see both these guys have very high APM. In fact, Parting's got the higher APM at this moment. So what are these guys going to do? Well, my prediction is that Lucky is going to go for a roach push against Parting's 3rd base. Parting is going to hold it off, and then he's going to win with a counterattack into Lucky's 4th base right before Broodlords come out. That's my prediction. And as per usual, I don't watch the replays beforehand, so I don't know what happens. It's going to be my prediction. We'll see what happens though. Robotics Bay coming down now for Parting. Lucky's starting to saturate his natural. He's got 2 gases down already, so he'll probably be... Well, it's about time to get that Roach Warren down and tech up to layer, I'd say, so that's probably his next move. But continuing to pump drones at this point. He's got a couple of queens out. Lucky continuing to be annoying with these Zerglings in Parting's main base. Parting now at that magical 44 supply mark where you start to fully saturate your main and natural, so we're gonna have to see what he wants to transition into. He does have +1 weapons coming out, and he has... This is a little bit late. I don't see him doing any kind of a Blink Stalker all-in or anything. He'll probably just throw down, maybe he'll go up to 4 or 6 gateways, and then usually they go up to 4 gate robo, then try to take a third. We'll have to see if that's what Parting does. That has been the common build. And he's got 4 more gateways. How many more gateways is he going to throw down, Parting? He's got 4, 5, so that's 6 gateways in total. And oh boy, it looks like he wants to go down more. 7 gateways. Parting going up to 7 gateways now, so it looks like he might want to do some 2-base action. That's a first immortal. Maybe he'll pump out a second immortal and then follow that up with the 2 immortal Blinkstalker push against Lucky's 3rd base. That's normally what you would do in this situation. He'll also probably start +2 weapons very soon. So what is Lucky going to have out to deal with this? Well, he's got his Roach Warren down. He did start a layer, as I said, and he'll probably be working on some upgrades, but mostly he'll be continuing to drone up until the very, very last second. Macro hatchery coming down, so it will be roaches. Yeah, it will be a lot of roaches. And I think that what Parting's going for is pretty good against this, and a lot of it's going to come down to micro force fields. And yeah, he's got a ton of sentries out. And a lot of it's going to come down to just micro and how well can Parting hold this. So now, right now this is a risky moment. Lucky is going to get a scout off on this, so he will know it's coming. This is a pretty common build, although Parting's a little bit more aggressive. He's not taking a 3rd base. Lucky knows that, so Lucky, how is he going to actually deal with this? Well, he's going to try and get a snipe. If he can pick off the sentries right now... Oh man, sentries, watch out! This is going to be huge for Lucky if he can get the sentries. And it looks like he actually is going to barely manage to save this guy. How much hit points? 3 hit points left. And these roaches are going to have to run home. Now Lucky setting up a defense here at his 3rd base. Forward pylon going down, which is unneeded with this Warp Prism, but still is going to be helpful for Parting. Now, a flank attack by Lucky is going to be completely unsuccessful. He's throwing away a bunch of roaches, but at this point he just wants to delay. Oh, Lucky, where are you going? Lucky looks like he wants to go for the flank move, or maybe there's a straight-up counter-attack here, and this is really interesting. Okay, so Parting is actually going to definitely get this 3rd base. Lucky knows that he's pulling his drones, and now Lucky's going to try and deal some damage here. A single sentry, I don't know if that's going to be enough to hold this off, as well as some photon cannons coming in. The 3rd base for Lucky does die, and with this Warp Prism he can actually just get right into the main, and there's not a lot of stuff here to defend Lucky's natural. So, man, I don't know, Lucky. This is turning into a base trade rapidly, but really not sure if Lucky's going to be able to. And whoa, he gets in and he's going to be able to pick up these sentries. Meanwhile, Parting is pushing right into Lucky's natural, and he's dealing a ton of damage. Lucky now supply blocked, and that is really bad for him. Parting is using a very nice anti-roach composition here, and he's going to be really doing some damage to Lucky, but meanwhile, I don't know how he's ever going to deal with these roaches. It seems like this is just going to come down to a base trade. So will Parting abandon his base here, or will he try to hold this? There's not that many roaches. There's about 17 of them right now, and there's still a few in the natural mineral line, and they're just, oh man, racking up the probe kills, and Parting's going to turn around and go home. He says, okay, I can deal with this. Now that I've got your natural destroyed, you've really got nothing. So, and wow, Lucky's managed to save all his drones, but at this point those are actually just wasted supply. He needs to get overloads out if he wants to make any more units in. Lucky's force is slowly dying here though, and it looks like Parting is going to manage to clean this up, although he has lost lots of probes. Let's see the units lost tab. It's almost dead even at this point. Whoa, man, is this Nexus going to go down? Is Lucky going to be able to get the Nexus? That would be huge for him because it would make it 1 base versus 1 base. And the Nexus will go down. More Zerglings now streaming in, and the second Nexus is going to start to go down. And oh no, this is starting to look really bad for Parting. He doesn't have enough minerals to remake a Nexus, so he needs to save this. He absolutely needs to save this Nexus. Lucky now coming in here with more Roaches to do more damage. Some great force fields are going to keep them away. And 400 hit points, 464 hit points are the brink for Parting. And the supplies are now back to favoring Lucky. Lucky needs to get down a hatchery, and he's going to start to expand again. But man, Parting, he's got, how many units does he have? He's only got 9 probes. And oh no, Parting, he's looking in a really bad spot. He basically needs to go and kill Lucky right now, or he's done. Because Lucky's got 43 drones to 10 probes. It's just not where you want to be. I'm really interested to see what these guys are talking about right now. This has been an interesting game so far. And I'm not sure. I don't know, man. When I saw Lucky going for the counterattack, I was like, oh no, this will never work. Lucky's gonna die here. But in fact, this actually managed to work it really well in his favor. And now all he has to do is defend this push. If he can defend this push, then he wins, basically. So Lucky going for another counterattack now, but oh, Parting's onto this, and he wants to hunt down some of these Roaches. He's only sending 1 sucker, though. Maybe he didn't see these Roaches coming out. And again, he won't see them. Now he has an idea. And this Warp is going to be doing some harassment, but he sees that there's a natural out. Now we're only up to 15 probes again, and oh no, more probes are going to die. This is starting to look really bad for Parting. And yeah, pretty much every single probe for Parting is going to go down here. Only about 6. At this point, he just might as well just pull them all and go all in. So we're gonna have to see, is Parting gonna be able to do any damage? He does have a very strong army though, and it's good against Roaches, and Lucky's a little bit out of position with these Roaches. He's gonna see this, but why are you splitting up your army, Parting? Oh no. So Lucky trying to get a nice move off, and he's gonna move all these spine crawlers down to his natural, realizing that if he can defend that, and man, that's gonna be tough to break, even with the Immortals. But it was some really nice force fields. He's going to be able to trap some of these Roaches. They are going to go down. So that's going to make things a little bit more palatable for Parting. And it looks like he's going to go 2-pronged here. Oh, Parting, you got to move, buddy. There's really no reason for this dilly-dallying here. So, alright, well, Parting is going to continue to move around to take map control. And Lucky's going for another counterattack, moving in with a few Roaches here. Parting now looks like he's finally ready to push in, but I think it's a little bit too late. We're going to have to see what is Parting able to do here. And here we go. Parting coming in with everything here, and all the spine crawlers doing a ton of damage. Great force fields are going to block off all of these Roaches, though, and he's going to be able to work down all these spine crawlers. And now Lucky pulling up all his drones, and another set of great force fields is going to do some really terrible damage to Lucky's natural, and he's going to retreat back up into his main once again. Meanwhile, a bunch of Roaches coming in here. Parting's just not mining at this point, so he's essentially all in. He's got enough money for about a simulator or two, and that's about it. Now it looks like Parting's going to be doing some great micro, and he wants to move in. This is going to be it here. Can Parting destroy this main base and then find this hatchery? And here we go. Lucky moving in. Great force fields again. Oh, he's going to trap a bunch of them. That is a ton of Roaches that are all just going to die for nothing. And now the supply's starting to get a little bit closer, but Lucky continuing to pump Roaches here. He's got a ton of drones and queens and Roaches. But Parting is just wrecking his base right now. Lucky deciding to pull these last Roaches back because he's realizing that he needs to kill this army off. Otherwise, it's going to be game over. And this game is really close, really tense. Lucky, what are you going to do? You're going to try and get the full surround on this group. And here we go. More force fields going down. Lucky getting some nice damage. He's trying to get this Immortal killed. If he can kill the Immortals, he'll have it in the bag. And more Roaches now floating in. Drones coming in. Everything Zerg is flying at Parting right now. The supplies are completely even at this moment. And Parting's forces are just now starting to dwindle. This Immortal, 23 kills. Will it be enough? And it won't. The Immortal falls. 4 sentries remaining. And that is going to be it. Good game, Gratz, says Parting. Wow, what a really close, really tense game. And wow, just came right down to the wire. You can see at the end here. This is essentially what Lucky was able to win with, just a few drones and roaches, but he was able to do it. And that decision that I was questioning actually turned out to be the right one, to go for the counterattack. So, well, really well played by FXO's Lucky, and congrats to him. Thanks for watching, guys.